right, guys, welcome back. We are back in the truck. The weather today is definitely not so nice, but we are actually on the road to go help out my buddy Sawyer. Now, I don't think you guys really know Sawyer a whole lot, but he has come over and helped us. He is the man's who has always brought over the skid steer to kind of help us with a lot of different home projects, moving stuff around, lifting stuff up. He has helped us out tremendously. So today I was actually planning on getting the 08 fired up, hot retorqued, getting that pretty much ready to be put back together, completely done. But he does a lot of farming, and what don't you do in the rain? You don't farm in the rain. So he has very limited time to work on one of his trucks, and he needs a hand. So we're gonna go over there, give him a hand. He actually has a second gen with an NV4500 that he has needed a clutch for forever. So we got him set up with the South Bend street dual disc, the bigger input shaft, which we'll go over some of that details. But you know, it's just, this is the way it works, you know. He has helped me out a ton. He needs a hand. You know, we got to go over there. We got to give him a hand. We got to help him out. So that's what life's all about, guys. You gotta drop what you're doing. You got to give people who help you. You got to help. It's all a system. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, guys. So one thing that I want to kind of bring to your attention. So listen up here, people. There's a lot of stuff that me and Allie and Reagan do in the background on house stuffs, home projects, just like family stuff like that. So, big announcement. I'm going to do a second channel. We are going to do a second channel. I don't even know what the name of the second channel is, but by the time this video goes up, I will have a name and I will have a link down below. I've met tons of you guys at shows with significant others that have mentioned, you know, my mug is only so good looking. Now, Allie and Reagan are way cuter than this face right here, for sure. So a lot of you here, significant others, like following stuff that goes on with her and us and Reagan and home projects and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that I don't want to put on here because this is really, you know, somewhat truck focused content. So we're gonna make a separate channel for all of the extra, and honestly, it's gonna be more behind the scenes stuff, because stuff that doesn't come out here for a little while, you're probably gonna see first over there anyway. So if you don't even care about that, you wanna see some sneak peeks, go over there, check out the channel down below. Again, I'm pretty excited because we got a lot of stuff going on all the time that would make for some very, very interesting content. So anyway, that's what we're headed. That's what we're doing today. Hopefully we can get this clutch completely installed. Look at this. Farmland down here. Oh yeah. We already stopped and got the essentials. So we are on the way. We can get this baby knocked out. Man, it is fields for days out here. Acres and acres. Billions and billions and billions of acres of fields. This is beautiful. This is where it's at, boys. Oh boy. This ought to be interesting. We're gonna pull over right here so he can get by. Oh man, it's all tinted out. Oh, that thing's bad. If it's piece of cat machinery and tinted out, that's bad. Woo! Settle down, Greg. Settle down. Easy. So before we get there, I don't know what kind of setting this really is. This is the first time that I've ever actually been here. I think this is where Sawyer stores all of the farm equipment. So I don't really know if it's going to be kind of loud in here, how much I'm going to be able to talk. But the main thing that I want to talk to you guys about is, so his transmission's an NV4500. It's been a very long time since I've done anything with an NV4500. So talking with my man Delton from South Bend, he suggested that we go with a street dual disc, just like everything else, but on the NV4500s, their input shaft is pretty weak, it's pretty small. So what they do is they offer an entire kit that comes with the dual disc, the upgraded input, everything you need for that. What he had mentioned to me was when you go to a dual disc, the clamping load and what the clutch can take has now kind of superseded the strength of the stock input. And we're not even talking about racing, launching it, doing anything kind of crazy. He's telling me that even you know, normal use, driving, towing, Sawyer tows a lot, obviously with farm stuff. He's like, the input shaft is just not going to really like it, and you're gonna end up breaking an input shaft. So he recommended us going to the bigger input. I forget exactly what size it is, I want to say inch and 3/8, something like that. So for all you NV4500 guys out there, if you're looking at clutches, big suggestion would be to go to the big input. That is the best route as far as strength goes. So that's what we're going to be installing. So on top of the clutch install, we got to install the new input and fix the 5th gear nut. I'll show you guys exactly what we're using on that. Kind of a collar style with some set screws. Oh, here we are, we're here. Oh man, look at this building. Look at this building. Oh man. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a beauty. All right, so we're not gonna go play farmer today. We're gonna go fix a truck. This is where I would build a house. You know what? This is right out here, middle of nowhere. Burnouts every day. Nobody's gonna come bother you. This is nice. All right, well, let's go get into some trouble. What are you doing in there?
What are you doing?
You get that thing out yet?
Yeah, it's over.
Really?
It's up in the cross member still.
Oh, we still gotta pull it out. Look at these big old tractors. Man, I passed a guy in a grader. It was a cat grader. It was all tinted out. You say hello to the internet?
What's going on, guys?
Man, look at these things. Man, one of these days you gotta let me drive one of these things. Man, it's got a passenger seat.
I think actually Friday we're probably going to be in the field to start cutting some wheat.
Man, look at this. Look at this thing. I've actually never been up close, this close to a machine, anything like this. Wow. This is crazy to me. This is crazy. Wow. I know what this thing is, but I'm a very inexperienced farm anything. But anyway, guys, we are here to install a clutch. So let's try and get that going. Here's the boxes. What do we got here? I believe this is the upgraded input. Cha-ching. Here's the clutch. All right. Spacer. All right, let's get this baby going.
In the wintertime, the wrenches get put up in the toolboxes and everything's great. Whenever you start getting out in the field, though, you start throwing tools in your truck, and then when you need wrenches, you you get a source.
And
they're wet.
And they're wet. I asked Sawyer, I was like, hey, you got any wrenches? He's like, if that ain't the most farmer thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, there's no on my bucket.
Dang,
all right.
I didn't want them to get wet.
Oh, they're wet, buddy.
Yeah, once our ratchet wrenches going to crap.
I need a 5/16. Aisle number 2. Oh, 5/16 right here. Is this it? There we go. We got a little short guy.
Oh, man.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Sawyer did ask me if he wanted me to bring the truck to our house, to my house, but Greg doesn't have a big shop yet because we have a full house. That's all right. That's all right, boys. You know what? The biggest lesson that you'll ever learn is you just got to get it done. It's got to get done, and the sooner that you start, sooner you can get it done. So that's what we're doing. Getting it done. Right, Sawyer?
That's it, my man.
That's it. Sawyer's up there working on taking out the interior. I'm gonna start down here. At least he swept the floors for us. Thanks for sweeping the floor, my man. farming floor jack 101 here.
Harbor Freight coming in clutch.
My goodness. All of the sketchiness. Well, we got the transmission out. We do have one failure though. This plate right here, as you can see, the ears are cracked off of that. I'll show you a little bit more here, but actually a really common thing, this thin stamped piece of junk metal that has ears actually attaches to the transmission bushing or cross brace, cross member mount, kind of breaks out right off. So we're gonna have to address that. But about to pull this baby out, just trying to lift it up just a little bit here. Pull this sucker out. Oh yeah, here we go. Ah!
Don't scratch the steps.
Oh man, those steps are a bunch of junk.
Bunch of grandpa-ness.
All right. Oh baby, look at all that material. All right, well.
She's been slipping for a hot minute.
Oh, very, very much so. So.
You can just smell it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this baby's been toast for a while. So we're about to pull this over into our clean room right over there, and we'll get to fixing this 5th gear nut, swapping out our input shaft. I'll show you guys that a little bit here. Look at that. There we go. Alright, well, the drain is on the PTO cover right there. And then your fill is right there. So step number 1, drain the fluid out. Oh, there we go. Somebody turned her down.
Somebody.
Oh my goodness. Alright, so we're going to do 5th gear nut first, which is right behind here. A lot of guys, you don't even need to take the transmission completely out. Obviously we have it out because we're doing the clutch, but we're going to take this housing off right here, and then our 5th gear nut is right behind here. We don't really have a problem, but seeing that Sawyer doesn't know if it was ever even fixed before, we're going to take this off and we have a fix for it if it wasn't been fixed. So, alright, give you a little schwack.
Alright.
Look at that. Right off. It's on some dowels. Look at that.
I'm assuming that's the 5th gear nut.
Right here. Like I said, you're lucky. You didn't have anything back off, strip out.
God, look how terrible this looks though.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, I don't think anybody's changed the fluid in this thing quite ever, to be honest. Yeah. So there's your 5th gear nut right there.
It's what 180,000 miles of fluid looks like, I guess.
Oh wait, is that a fix? Because that has set screws in it. Guys, I'll be honest. I have not had one of these apart in quite some time.
So like you can
because this is the set screw right here, and I don't think an OEM nut has that.
Or does it?
Boy.
That's a good question.
That's a great question. I'm not sure. Because I'm not an NV4500 expert. I'm going to show how unseasoned I am in NV4500s, but
on the plus side, in the comments, somebody is going to tell us whether or not it's
somebody's going to tell us that we're wrong or right. All right, well, we're going to inspect this thing and we'll get back to you guys. Decided to take off the existing 5th gear nut. I do believe that this is maybe a early updated version. All it really is just a normal nut with a kind of like a split. That way it kind of clamps around it. What we're gonna actually change it to is, this one is from Allstate Gear. And I believe it basically just has some set screws, some brass sections where it actually kind of pushes in. It's got a special washer on there. So we're gonna go ahead and swap it out to this one just for you know, giggles. But there was no red Loctite on any of this either. So we are going to definitely Loctite these set screws, and this should be a better fix, I guess, than what was originally on it. Again, this one probably could have been fine, but we had already gotten this one just in case. So we're gonna install this. Bar Sawyer's got this all cleaned up. We'll put that back together and then we'll move on to the input shaft. One thing I did forget to mention, there is actually another alternative to this style 5th gear nut fix. This piece is about $20. There is an actual spline piece that I don't even know what company makes it. I believe Pure Diesel Power sells it, but it's actually like a retainer that's splined the same as this, and it kind of comes down over so it physically cannot remove. But you're way more. I think it's like $150 to $200 for that piece. So again, when you buy the clutch, the big input, I mean, you know, how much more do you really want to spend, you know? So we decided to go with this one just because it's a little more on the economical side. But again, the retainer probably is technically quote unquote the best, but this is what we're doing. We got her tightened up. Couple good whacks, 900 foot-pounds, we're good to go. Tightening up these set screws, should be good to go. We have swapped over to the front side of the transmission, and we have removed the factory input shaft. This is a much smaller than the 1 3/8 input. So went ahead, got our bearing. I think this is the pilot bearing, the actual shaft, and then the actual support. We removed all of that. We actually took the bell housing out because we were having a hard time getting the support out, but real easy, very easy. Kind of bolt in, bolt out deal. The South Bend kit gives you a new big support for the new big shaft. Also gives you a new pilot bearing and a new one of these. I don't know what you call this. Thrust washer, thrust bearing, getting all official. So really, all we got to do is just kind of pre-lube these up. Set this guy in here just like that. Set that guy in there like that. Bada bing, bada boom. That goes like that, and put this back on, torque this down, put some silicone on there. A new South Bend dual disc sitting right here. She is a beauty. Much nicer working with a lighter transmission. I'll tell you what, those are much lighter than any 5600 or G56, that is for sure. Oh, it's nice lube bin. She was getting hot. Dude, I can see it from here. That is hot. No, up there, look at the flywheel. Oh, yeah. Look at how hot that's been getting.
Yeah, and like as soon as it starts usually slipping, like typically it's whenever I'm accelerating, it'll start slipping, I'll just instantly let off. But yeah, it's been needing to get a clutch for a while. Well, since beans.
Single disc. Let me see that. Let me see that disc. I'll check it out here with a little light.
It smells wonderful.
Woo.
Pressure plate on that.
Dude, this thing is gone. Gone. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I just think I was pulling a 14,000 pound skid steer.
You were trying to pull a 14,000 pound skid steer. Alright, fast forward the entire job, but we have knocked it out. She's all done. Dry shaft, transfer case. Transmission tried to fight us a little bit, but some readjustment. We got her in. Good to go. We didn't even have to use the bell housing bolts to pull it tight. She went in all by herself. So she's good to go. Sawyer's gonna go ahead and try and fix that bracket up there. He's gonna risk it for the biscuit driving it home. He's just gonna go pretty slow underneath any of the bumps. Otherwise, who knows? But anyway, she's wrapped up. She's good to go. Glad that it's done. About ready to drive it off the lifts here. You want to drive it back and forth a little bit? Make sure everything's good. How does the clutch feel? Or how's the pedal feel? That is pretty much going to wrap up the video. Obviously, it's the next day. I talked to Sawyer already this morning. He said the truck is driving perfectly. Everything is smooth, shifting good. So 2 thumbs up on that install. No hiccups afterwards. But that is pretty much going to wrap up the video. Make sure you guys go click the link below for the second channel. I doubt if you search it, seeing it so new, that it's going to come up. But it is Greg and Allie Fam is the second channel. If you search it, it won't come up. But if you click down below, make sure you guys go subscribe. I think the first video we're going to have up in the next day or two for the second channel. But that is it, America. I will see you guys in the next video very, very soon. See ya.